feels like clockwork at this point. It is protesting month. It's June. It honestly feels like June of 2020 all over again in some respects, just given what's going on online. I honestly was looking into other topics to discuss with you all today, but my feeds were just inundated with this protest footage. I thought it's about time that we talk about the protests happening in LA. There will probably be more to come, so I will probably do another episode with a bit more in-depth analysis of things. But for today's purposes, I just want to show what's happening on the ground. There's some great journalists out there showing that, and so I want to convey that all to you all. Some people are thinking that these are just organic protests that have just naturally happened as a result of some ICE raids that happened over the last several days. But as we look more into it, it looks like it is part of a larger protest organization group that is happening later this weekend. I will get into all of that. But first of all, the biggest thing that I think a lot of people are saying as they're seeing all this footage, we've seen photos of people, blocking highways, standing on top of burning cars, holding flags that are not our flags. And this just continues to happen and has been happening for several days at this point. And one of the biggest critiques and just things that people are calling out on social media is what this man said. Proudly flying the flag of the country you refuse to go to is diabolical. And I've seen so much like this, so many likes and comments and people just being like, what is happening? Truly, that is the thing that I think is the most glaring from these protests. If we're talking about immigration, we're talking about people who potentially seem like they want to stay in America, but they are flying anything but the American flag and are screaming F you America. So it just doesn't make sense. One person asked, why do people act like deportations, laws, border laws, etc. do not exist in other countries though? Like America is not the only one who does this, guys. I mean, that's like the biggest thing here is everyone does this. Every country has strict, frankly, very strict border laws, and then they enforce those laws. We just haven't, for several years at this point, actually cracked down on that. And the fact that it's finally being cracked down on is causing all this commotion. But this is the norm in so many other places. I think that's what's most jarring to me. It's like, what do you, we have borders for a reason. We have laws to keep those borders for a reason. You can't be a country without borders. It's just common sense. Another person said something similar and they said, they acting like America is the only country doing this when almost every other country does this and would do the same thing. And honestly would do more. I mean, I've seen videos and we'll get into this because I'm going to show you guys again what's happening on the ground right now, but videos of people just screaming like, I mean, there's a lot of vulgar language being directed directly at our military members who are there standing guard, just making sure that things stay peaceful, are peaceful. They haven't been. That's why they've been called there. And the military members are not engaging with them. Other countries, you would have crazy stuff happening if you say certain things about our country or the military directly to their faces. But we live in America where you can say crazy mean things and there's no response. It shows our freedom while they're screaming that we're not free. That doesn't make sense. This energy makes sense to me.
So I'm a legal immigrant from China, and you will never see me wave a Chinese flag. Especially right now, that flag is associated with a communist and totalitarian regime. After I spend all that money, resources, and time to immigrate legally to America.
Which they do. It costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time to come here and stay here legally. I know people in my own life, friends of mine, who have done that. And it is a massive process. And I'm seeing them actively be so angry online because what they did took so much time and effort and money. And then they're seeing people act like this and like it's not fair. It's not fair. And it doesn't make sense also because now they're proud to be here. And the people in the streets do not seem proud to be here at all. But then yet they are demanding that they remain here.
Actually, I fly a Texas flag on my house because I'm a proud Texan right now.
That energy from an immigrant makes sense to me. We are a country full of immigrants. That's what makes this country beautiful and great. I love that. And I love when people do it legally. It's that simple. But instead, we're seeing this. And by the way, this is footage from Nick Shirley. He is that independent journalist that we talk about on the show a lot. He just goes to wherever the action is and just starts filming. He doesn't have an agenda. He's not some alt-right, alt-left, CNN, Fox News, whatever. He's just a guy who's like, you know what's effective? Going out and just filming what's being discussed on the news so we can see it for ourselves. So we can make our own judgments about the situation. That's what he did here. And I'm just going to play some clips here because he actually did post a full 24-minute documentary that you guys can go check out on his social media. But these are just some clips from that. And again, I think it highlights what the media wants to portray versus who these people are and what they're actually saying. And that's what matters here.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours.
Apparently in the SoCal region of these protests, which is where they've started, not where they will end, because they're about to go nationwide, but I'll get into that. But they're saying this is our land, so that's why they demand to be here. Not because they love this country, not because, they want an easier legal path to citizenship. It's because we're on stolen land. That's what's being said right now. So, yeah.
Donald Trump! Fascism! Let our people free! Let our people free!
Oh, she's a leader. That's telling. Okay.
What's the windblower for?
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers! If you have a fucking blower, bring it out! Push him back! I will die for my fucking kids! And all of these young people are here are my fucking kids!
I want to have understanding for these people. I think that's an important thing in any situation. But when the individuals act like this and say things like this, nothing that they say is going to hold any of my respect. When you're just F this and F that, that's not a way to garner respect and garner the respect of the American people and the lawmakers who would be able to sway or make any decisions in your favor or against you. I mean, like, what is this helping? She's saying, I'm here for my effing kids. No, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think annoys me. It's like people who actually made impact and did help generations. This is not the way I've ever seen it done in which it worked. And which whatever their cause is, which we don't even know because they're doing such a poor job of communicating, would even work at this point. And it's exhausting to watch this.
If you could say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say?
Donald Trump! You can my left, you can get out of my drawer!
Lovely, mother. Lovely, lovely. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Nick just posted all of these. I'm just like, they're all good in their own right this was from June 10th. So he was posting these kind of real-time day of June 10th.
And this guy right here is essentially taunting National Guard right here, saying National Guard, LOL. Meanwhile, National Guard is right there with their troops.
We're gonna dox you! We're gonna dox you!
I believe the National Guard here is standing in front of a federal building, so they're just trying to protect it, keep the peace. They're not out shooting people. I don't know what people are thinking. They're there to protect and to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand, which, as you can see, it is getting out of hand. That's why they were called. They're just yelling, we're gonna dox you, LOL, the National Guard. Utter disrespect for our nation's military. I hate seeing that. These men and women are proud Americans standing there to protect their city, to protect their country. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be there just dealing with their own people or people who are not citizens, yelling at them all day. So they're probably not happy to be there, which a lot of people they don't look happy. They're probably not. This is not, I bet, what they envisioned when they signed up to serve our country. But this is what they have to do right now to protect Americans.
What's the mask for? You're handing out the mask. Why are people having masks?
So they can hide their faces. So they can do criminal behavior and then think that they're going to get away with it.
What are you going to do?
Huh?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm just kind of here.
Just keep the finger up?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well.
That's the attitude. You know what I mean? Of a lot of these people, I saw some people saying that people are getting paid to show up at some of these, which I can't confirm or deny that. But seeing people just show up and throw the middle finger it's like they have some cause, and then they get asked, why are you here? And they're like, oh no, I got off work early. I just thought I'd watch. What? Also, I say got off work early, they were at work. I don't know what's happening. This is broad daylight. I don't think these people are working on this particular day. But yeah, it's just funny. Like, I don't know why I'm here. I'm just gonna. What are you doing? Again, if it's a mission that they want people to believe in, you ask, why are you here? And someone goes, because this is important. And I'm doing this for my family. And I think that's it. And you go through that and you articulate it. And that's not happening at all. Nick is trying. He's asking these people, hey, so why are you here? So tell me about this. And this is the responses that he's getting.
Who do you think's in the wrong, Newsom or Trump right now? They're battling it out.
Trump, definitely. Look at what's happening. I mean, clearly.
Look at this happening. That Trump doesn't want any of this happening. It's clearly Trump's fault.
This was our land. All this is stolen. And what? Now we're f***ing illegal here.
I can't wait to know you.
I just want to debate every single one of these points. That's why Nick just has this unending grace to just sit there and let them talk and say nothing and just, okay, he knows history. The thing about history and about literally every other country in the history of the world is it's a constant evolution of who owns the land and who's controlling it. The Persian Empire at one point took over all these things. Then there's so many different elements of this. It's just yes, and now it's not.
It was Mexican territory for 27 years, 1821 to 1848.
Interesting. What was it before the 27 years? Did Spain own it before then?
Yeah, Spain owned.
So are the Spaniards going to come into Mexico and start being like, this is our stolen land? You could just keep doing that all the time. you're breaking laws here now. Like, live in the present. It's no longer Mexico. Now you're breaking the law if you're here illegally. People just like, they want to pick and choose history, and then they want to use that as a way to justify active behavior that is criminal. Now, not going to work. It's not working.
Take off your badge, big boy. Take off your badge. Coward. Get that shit out of my fucking face.
Okay.
He's calling, again, this is our military that these people are talking to, calling him a coward, take off your badge, while he wears a full mask and you can't see his face. I mean, come on. They all just sound miserable, and this is very time-consuming. They're just spending their days just walking the streets. You know what else sounds miserable and time-consuming? And that is trying to consume 31 different fruits and vegetables every single day. Because, I mean, well, that's frankly, like, impossible unless you live on a farm and have a garden. But with Balance of Nature fruits and veggies, there has never been a more convenient dietary supplement to ensure that you get that wide variety of fruits and veggies in every single day. Balance of Nature takes fruits and vegetables, they freeze dry them, turn them into a powder, and then put them into a little capsule. That's it. That's all that's in there. All you have to do is take those fruit and veggie capsules every day, and your body knows exactly what to do with them, how to process them, because again, there's no garbage ingredients, which is why I love taking Balance of Nature, because I've been getting very, very good about reading the ingredients on the back of every food that I consume and making sure that I'm eating clean, no seed oils, limiting the crap preservatives and all of that good stuff. So if you guys want to give Balance of Nature a try, you can go to balanceofnature.com and use promo code Conrad for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. Plus, you'll get a free bottle of fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code Conrad today. So get healthy, get happy, unlike these protesters. Let's continue.
I love this flag right here.
You just said you love that flag right there. What's your favorite thing about the Mexican flag?
Colors.
What's the purpose of bringing out the Mexican flags today here while we are in the United States?
Honestly, I have no idea, bro. I just came here to just show out. That's it, bro.
Do you think it's low-key like, all right, if you want to rep your flag, go back to your country kind of vibe, or do you think people are just upset with what's going on?
I don't know. Honestly, like, it's true, you know, like, we did come, but, like, I don't know, bro. They're here already. They don't want to leave.
Why are they protesting what's going on here in the United States if they don't want to go back to their country?
Because they think it's stolen land, so they think they could just come in here, you know, and take over.
That's nice. That's nice. Yep.
Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police.
The police are not there to just attack everyone. They're there to keep the peace. But if they are provoked, if they throw bricks at police officers' heads, there will be a response. Again, that's how law and order works. It's like they want to provoke them because they want to get that response so they can go, see, look what they're doing. All these different people that have all these, like, they're so ready for tear gas. Like, they want to be tear gas because they want to be able to be like, I was tear gassed. Don't provoke. Just march peacefully. Protest peacefully.
You're here talking to the National Guard. What's your message to them today?
I'm just asking this dude to think, you know. I was just talking to this guy, asking him, if they give you the order to shoot, are you gonna do it?
Who's gonna give them the order to just massacre a group of people? That's not happening. We're in America. That's not happening, okay?
He wouldn't look me in the eye. It took a while, but he told me no eventually. None of these people want to be here. This captain looks sad as f***. Look at this captain, bro.
I'd be sad too if I were them. I'd be sad because these are American citizens and also illegal immigrants yelling at me right now. And I'm just here trying to protect a city that I love. I'd be sad that this is even happening in the first place, that I even had to be called out here. In this clip, Nick got recognized and this happened.
This guy's a little fucking bitch. No, this guy's he's a white nationalist.
He's a white nationalist because he's white and he cares about his country and he's just acting like a journalist. I hate that.
Fuck this guy. You're a little fucking bitch.
Don't touch the camera.
Fucking bitch. I know that.
Hey. I didn't do anything.
Get the fuck out of here. I know you fucking do. You fucking white nationalist motherfucker.
How?
I know who the fuck you are. You fucking Republican bitch.
Bro, you don't need to print. If you want it, they're gonna get it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm telling to his fucking face.
Bro, what did I do?
You know what the fuck you do?
What did I do?
You know you fucking antagonize people?
I truly believe that Nick is not antagonizing people at all. He's walking around fully unmasked, fully just like, hey man, why are you here? Hey, what do you think about this? That's it. And he does it on purpose to then show the behavior that he gets in response to that. And I think that's powerful in itself. But man, he's literally just walking around. I mean, I'm shocked that he's like not masked or protected at all. Like I would be scared to do what he's doing, like truly, because it takes one person that recognizes you or gets mad and then you're actually in danger.
Oh, you fucking bitches up.
I'm not doing anything.
Get the fuck out of here. Just like the cops. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I have a right to be here just like you.
Yeah, so do we, motherfucker.
Hey, I'm not.
Why the cops here?
Just the rage that you hear is like, it's not a Trump. Like there's other thing, you know what I mean? Like you just don't hold that kind of rage. I'm just gonna stop it because I know my editors are having a field day bleeping all these F words out. So sorry, Lauren and Steph. So sorry, guys.
I'm okay.
Imagine if instead of the response to the ICE crackdowns that were what prompted this, people were truly, fully, peacefully protesting with American flags, marching the streets with American patriotic gear, singing our national anthem, and pleading to find an avenue to stay because they love this land that much. Imagine the perspective shift, and imagine potentially conversations and decisions from lawmakers coming out of that kind of response. Truly saying, like, we love this country. Please let us stay. We are honored to be here. If you've been here for 10 years, even if you've been here illegally, which again, that's a long time. You got away with something criminal for a long time. But if you're a productive member of society, you want to find a path to stay, then you would think the messaging would be like, we love this country, we are protesting, and we'd love to find a legal path to citizenship without having to return home because we've actually never been there, or like we haven't been there in 20 years, whatever. But they're not asking for that, you know? So it's losing any of, if there are those people out there, then those people should be leading this conversation and should be having these conversations. So I'm not saying like that would just work if you just say please, but at least it garners respect and people's sympathy to potentially want to find pathways to citizenship that are easier. Because there are things in the government that are bureaucratic and take super long and are just a headache, again, as my friends who came here legally are well aware of. So there are things that can be fixed in the government, yes. But regarding this, I mean, at least act like you truly care about this country. At least act like you want to be law-abiding citizens. Because that's not what this is giving off at all. Embrace my heart for the people who like do want to be here. Like, your point is just going out the window with these kind of protests. It feels like we are the only country that is actively being taught to hate the implementation of laws that every other civilization is able to have. And then people are saying, well, this is Donald Trump's agenda. It's the democracy's agenda. We voted for that. One of, I think, Trump's biggest reasons he won was because we didn't like the influx happening at our borders and we wanted strong borders. That was one of the key things that got him elected. So we, the people, voted for that. So it's not some dictator king. It's literally what the people voted for. We want law and order. And this reaction is anything but that. And yes, sometimes does enforcement of law not look pretty? Yes, 100%. But then does that mean that we then don't enforce laws? No. And we're allowed to be patriotic. We're allowed to love a country that we have the privilege to call home. Every other country can, but when we talk about the respect for our homeland and the respect that it deserves, we get called evil nationalists or white nationalists when we happen to be white. I mean, gosh, this is just, it's heartbreaking to watch. Like it is truly, like we don't want this. Here's one video that's been going viral from a service member just giving people a little bit of a reminder of how he feels about the country and why he's serving, and I thought that this was also fitting.
I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
Simple. Straight to the point, but it can be that simple in a sense. By accepting the position that he has as a service member, he is willing to lose his life for this country. That's why his voice and voices like his are so important here. Because if you don't have that energy and you're just yelling at them all day, well then why do you want to stay? I love this. If you don't like the country, leave.
Go to another country, bitch.
I also just in all of this, I think back to leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., who led movements and was able to effectively communicate a message to the American people. He did so peacefully and effectively, and he was able to articulate what he wanted, and he was able to rally the country behind that message. They're not even asking for civil rights. They're asking, like, we want to stay here because we're on stolen land, which again is a message that is falling on deaf ears. But also, like, if you're yelling about civil rights and then you're burning people's cars down and standing on top of those cars with other flags from other countries, that's not what that's communicating. But that's what leaders of the past were able to do so effectively. And with this, there's not even a leader here. It's just sort of like chaos. They're acting like a bunch of kids without a parent to keep them in order. Or they're like the fun parents who try to be cool and trendy by letting their kids party. But then when the party gets dangerous and out of control, then suddenly they're cracking down and they act like they actually care. Like suddenly the LA mayor randomly tweeting this after days of yelling at Trump for cracking down on the rioting. Let me be clear. Anyone who vandalized downtown or looted stores does not care about our immigrant communities. You'll be held accountable, which is a big thing that's been happening. Now the stores are being looted. There's crazy vandalization happening everywhere. as these protests always seem to bring about. And suddenly now she cares. And like, you'll be held. Great. Thanks, Karen. Where were you a couple days ago when everyone was saying this was just fully peaceful? Again, as they said with the riots before, they said it again. It's not. It reminds me of a recent edit that the social media team here at Daily Wire made, which was very fitting.
You see peaceful protests.
Most of those demonstrations were very peaceful.
It is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn.
Super peaceful. Specifically, though, over the last couple of days, my attention has really been focused on the protests, on how they've kind of been evolving and changing and growing, because some people were early on thought these were very organic, just happening naturally. But then people started to notice that there were people spending lots of money in mass to equip people with all of the things that you need to have riot gear and to protect themselves and to march and protest. And that costs a lot of money. And it's being spent. Someone is paying for a lot of this. And the more that people started to pick up on that, the people were funding a lot of this. They were giving these things out to people. Then there was another rally that is being discussed. It's happening this weekend called No Kings. And seems like it's all leading up to that rally that they actually want people to go to, which is this weekend. So it's hard to say that that was organic when by the end of the week, there is a rally that apparently has been planned happening all along for Trump's birthday on June 14th. Like, what are the chances that all this just suddenly happened this week and they need everyone to get to these protests happening this weekend? The flames have to be kind of fanned and grown, and that's what we've been seeing happening over the last couple of days. And then it's all kind of coming to a head with this protest.
Yeah, back when I lived in LA, we'd go to like different protests for different things, and you'd see the same group of people at each of those.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Get all the people out. We got to go do this one thing, and it works to to start something. And now you're seeing it start what is coming to a head potentially with No Kings. In America, we don't do kings. They've defied our courts, deported Americans, disappeared people off the streets, attacked our civil rights, and slashed our services. The corruption has gone too far. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. And it's all about that. We rise up June 14th. It's Trump's birthday, as I've said. So obviously they want to have this big thing. Apparently Trump is having a big thing in DC, like a parade, like a very pro-America military style parade. And they don't like that. And then here's a current map of all the protests that are planned for this weekend. Even just this website alone, this was not created in a couple of days. This has been planned out. And how convenient that this has happened earlier this week and it will lead people to this on the weekend. Nothing's a coincidence. Even I went to their partners because I wanted to see who's funding this because, someone is. And these are just partners, so people just that have come alongside them. But look at all of them. So again, you don't get that many partners in a couple of days. This is a big event that has been many, I would love to know how many days or weeks or months this has been worked on. I was also seeing that some of the people who are heading this up are known communists who hate America. So again, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Sadly, this has a toolkit to it, trains you on what to do, how to be arrested. I mean, it's all of that kind of stuff is in here. They have trainings. Oh yeah, they have trainings happening. What day is it today? The 11th. Guys, we should join one of the Zoom calls. There's some Zooms happening tonight. Maybe I'll try to join one, guys. Maybe I'll tweet about it if I do join it because it's happening way after this video would go out. But I'm just curious what they're saying. You see all this division, and it's just a reminder that our country needs a savior. We're talking about no kings. We don't want a king, but we are severely lacking of faith and core principles that held this country together. And that's why I see these kind of things and it breaks my heart because it's no, it only reinforces a need for the King of Kings. I hate seeing it. I hate talking about this because it breaks my heart for our country as a whole. So whatever is planning to happen this weekend, obviously we don't yet know for sure, and we will see by June 14th what actually happens. So maybe on Monday I will do another update episode if something happens over the weekend, especially in contrast to whatever Trump is planning in DC for his birthday celebration. I will come back to you guys with some more updates, but hopefully I will have nothing new and crazy to report to you all. But either way, I will see you tomorrow with another episode. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. And last but not least, if you want more content, you can also follow me on my personal accounts, as well as our new comment section Instagram. See you guys in the comments.